What's up, subscribers, YouTube fans? What is going on, man? Here's another day, another update. Check this out. Are you ready for this? Before I get into this, I want you to subscribe to this channel. Make sure you share this channel. Hit the bell for notifications. Make sure notifications are on so you get notifications, and like this video and also comment. I want to hear your feedbacks. So check this out, people. Here we go. We have a crisis on our hands right now, and I want parents that have children in school to take heed and listen to this very closely. We are being attacked by the teachers union. Black Lives Matter has set an agenda out to send critical information to the teachers unions to spread propaganda and teach our children certain curriculum regarding social justice, white privilege, how to protest, what it means to protest. And this is going out to our children. Now, how do I know this? Because it's happened to my kid, one of my children. And I'm seeing all these alerts out there. I see podcasters talking about it. Glenn Beck's talking about it. But I've seen it firsthand. We need to make sure we protect the next generation. They're getting ruined and manipulated by our school system. So let me put the facts out here for you. I'm going to show you this article right now. Stephen Lasenko, he's an assistant vice principal of a high school in Rochester. Spencerport High School in Rochester, New York. He was at a protest screaming "F the police." How do you have teachers teaching your children curriculum that stands against everything we believe in as a patriot? Now, don't get it twisted. Everybody has a right to their opinion. Teachers have a right to their opinion. And not all teachers think this way. Here's what happened to my children. Now, real quick, I want you to look at this article, and I'm going to put a link to this article down in the information center below this video. But check this out from the New York Post. You see it up on the screen. Stephen Lasenko, a 9th grade AP teacher at Spencerport High School, assistant principal of an upstate high school, has sparked outrage with a Facebook live video he recorded during a Rochester protest in which he screamed "F the police." Moving on. We got an email from my 13-year-old's school district, and they're bringing in a social justice, civil rights advocate, if you will, to talk about race and to talk about privilege. Are you ready for this? And teach our students what's right and wrong about white privilege. I'm going to post this article in this video. Check this out.
Good evening, folks. It's Steve Lasenko, president of the local chapter of the National Association for Multicultural Education. In an act of protest this evening, we marched west on Court Street, and we didn't do anything but chant and sing all the way halfway across the bridge, at which point we met the Rochester Police Department. And guess what happened? Our peacekeepers ended up shooting pepper spray at us for singing and chanting and telling them what job they were doing. They can right off, America. The police, Rochester Police Department. Thank you.
So now you have all this information flowing through the school districts. And a lot of the protesters, and again, let me rephrase this, a lot of the rioters, let's call it the way it is. There's no peaceful protesters right now. If you're a peaceful protester, you're not standing around rioters. You're a party or association. If I'm in a car and somebody robbed a bank and I didn't rob the bank, I'm guilty by association. So stop calling yourself protesters when you're not. You're not a protester. If you have a good heart, look, if you want to protest, great. And you want to show up somewhere and you're like, I want to protest, and you see violence, you need to get your ass home. Because if you don't, you're a part of your association. You're guilty by association. You are now a rioter. Well, some of us are peaceful. No, you're standing there supporting what's happening. You're not a protester. You are now, by all definition, a domestic terrorist. These teachers in school districts all summer have been out causing riots, burning buildings, burning flags, assaulting police officers, creating crime, and these are the people teaching your children. We are at home learning right now, ladies and gentlemen. You need to make sure you are monitoring the curriculum that is coming out by the teachers union. Nobody approves this, but the teachers union. There's no mandate. The teachers union can start teaching kids about the devil and devil worshiping because they approve it. You gotta understand, a lot of teachers are loony lefts, okay? They're overeducated, broke-minded individuals. They're all about social justice, but they don't look at the facts and the data. And when you talk to them about facts and data, the last thing they pull out is racism, and then they try to justify all the violence. Now, I have a sister that's a retired teacher, okay? She gets it. She might see this video, but she gets it. But there is exceptions to the rule. But if you're a teacher that's a conservative and you get it, you probably weren't going to tell your faculty that you're conservative because you'll lose your job. It's happening all over the United States. And this is how Marxism is getting into the school system, and this is what's going to teach our younger generation and ruin the minds of these children, and we're going to have a war on our hands. My daughter's already somewhat mentally influenced by children her age. People, I don't realize if you understand what's going on here. First of all, white people, we don't need you to tell black people our lives matter. What in the world? Now, I'm mixed again, but okay, I have a black side, but I don't need you to tell me Black Lives Matter. Duh, I already know that. What I need you to do is stop pandering and feeling guilty for something you didn't do. What I need you to do is take off the Black Lives Matter shirts, grow up, and study and understand it's a domestic terrorist organization that doesn't care about black lives. Oh, but you don't want to do that. You don't want to do that at all. You want to go out and terrorize the community. You want to go out to people who sit down at a restaurant and disturb their dinner and force them out of a restaurant. You're not gaining any ground, you're losing. Let me tell you what you've done. You've just widened the margin for Trump and us to kill you and destroy you in November 3rd. Thank you very much. I want to shake your hand. So back to, I digress. Back to where I'm at. I showed you the articles. I put links down in the description of this video. Okay, you got this principle. I showed you the propaganda that's been flown around our school. The social studies teacher gave my daughter an assignment to talk about George Floyd and Black Lives Matter. Now, let me be specific on these topics. There's nothing wrong with learning about them, but if you're influenced from a loony left teacher that's gonna promote it, and they're promoting violence, and they're promoting criminals, you're gonna lose your children. And what do you think I did? Oh, I emailed the school. Oh, I'm knee deep in them. Oh, heck no. You wanna have a conversation? Last year they started talking about this BS systemic racism. No data and facts has proved it. The number one issue to black Americans right now is father absence in the home. And they've proven it with data. And these people run around, systemic racism, man, it's mostly white people. They have no clue. Okay? So, again, I'm not trying to be racial here, but, Indians aren't screaming, not Native American Indians, from India aren't running around in America screaming racism. Asians aren't screaming racism. You know why? They put their head down and focused on the agenda at hand. They're outperforming us financially. Whites are third, blacks are fifth. And Hispanics I'm sorry, whites are third with income. Indians are number one, Asians two, whites third, blacks fourth, and Hispanics fifth. And Hispanics are getting real close to passing black Americans, or American blacks, if you will, with income, because we're so focused on the negative. We're going to be screaming and complaining about this 10 years from now. Slavery, 20 years, slavery, 100. It's like, dude, that's an old dog, man. It's an old dog. It's like, you know what it's like? It's like you talking about a mentally abusive relationship you had with a girl 20 years ago. Dude, nobody cares. It's over. Get over it. Or a man that was mentally abusive. I'm not saying physical. Maybe there wasn't physical. Okay, yeah, that messes with your mind. But you got to move forward. You cannot let the past dictate the future. You have to learn, adapt, and overcome the past. Because if not, you're going to sit there, marinate, get moldy, and be a victim. And that's what's happening. So I digress again. Again, I encourage every one of you to make sure. I know there's a lot of busy parents out there. I get that. Make sure you are highly adherent, if you will, or highly cognizant of what's going on with your children's curriculum. It's scary. And these are people that have no clue what they're talking about. They watch Communist News Network, CNN. They watch, I call it Ryan Maddow, but it's Rachel. I think it's Orion, whatever, on MSNBC. And they get their education from that, and then they run off and make a decision without doing data facts or facts checking. Okay? So again, this is all I got. Remember, please subscribe to this channel. I think we're at 23K now. We're trying to get to 25K. I'd like to get to 50K, but we're trying to build this channel. We're going to build out a podcasting station for vlogs, one-on-one conversations with other individuals. Puma Cat's going to have her channel up, but again, subscribe to this channel. Make sure you like this video, forward and share this video. Make sure you turn your notifications on so you get notifications of new video coming out, and like this video and comment. And I want to hear from you folks if you have any of the similar experiences going on in your children's school district. And remember, the truth will always set you free, fool.